Hi, Valley here. I thought I'd do another quick video. And I'm starting a food craving EFT challenge that's going to be online between the 31st of March to the 4th of April. And we're going to go quite deeply into releasing or addressing food cravings and reasons that are underlying it. So I don't know if you know what EFT is. It's tapping. So basically, it's the marriage of acupuncture or the acupressure points, so the meridian system, with psychology. So we focus on an issue, and at the same time, we tap through the meridian system to clear the energy, but also it can have quite an effect on the wiring in the brain and how we perceive things. So I don't know if you've done it before, but we tap on points here and the head. These are all the different, some of the different points as we go through it. And whilst we're tapping on through the meridian system, we're making statements and doing the clearings. So part of the process is to get clear about what foods you crave for a start. And so you can make a list of those. This is what you need to do if you want to do this online challenge, food craving challenge, is to make a list of the foods you crave. And then you're just going to categorize them into different areas like sugary foods, breads, pastas, those sort of things, high carbohydrate foods, and other foods such as could be coffee, cream, those sort of things. We're not going to deal with alcohol because that's a different thing, but um, so it just helps you to get clear. And then I'm going to actually that's what you do beforehand. And then in the online sessions, the first session, you're going to put those lists in order of importance. And then we're going to start to release the cravings for them. So we're going to start with the easiest because obviously, if it's easier, then it makes the harder ones easier. So we're going to start like that, and we're going to look at the things like a lot of the time we can be craving foods because we really like the texture in our mouth, and if I know for me, sometimes I really want to eat something that's crunchy. And the food industry actually really know how to get us addicted to different foods. They've done heaps and heaps of research into how humans think and how to get them addicted to the things like wanting to crunch something like potato chips. And also, of course, the flavor in there. And they always add, a lot of the time, most of the time in packaged foods, we've got sugar in there, which is addictive, and yeast, because yeast actually really brings the flavor out and gives it a nicer flavor a lot of the time. So we're going to look at that, dealing with how it feels in our mouth and the urge to have something in our mouth like that. Um, and then we're going to look at the kind of the emotional triggers to why we want to eat. Because I know with myself, there's a big association for me with my grandparents. I adored my grandparents, and they were kind of like spending time with them was kind of like the best times of my life and some of the best times of my life. And when I stayed with them, because I was the eldest and I would be dropped off and I'd stay with my grandparents overnight. And Saturday mornings was the time that we had cream cakes. So there is a really strong association for me to eat cream cakes because of the association of the love that I experienced with my grandparents, and that gives you an example of an emotional attachment to food. So we're going to work with those sort of things that comes up for you, obviously individually. And we're not going to, it's not about pushing or digging or anything like that, because the unconscious mind will bring up what is right for you and what you're ready to work with. So it's just your own journey, and I'm just going to be guiding you through it. And so that's the food association, e.g., comfort, love, certain people, and also events, of course. I mean, I think about my own life. Christmas was an amazing time. We had so much, it was so abundant. The food was incredible. Of course, there's heaps of sugar, there's heaps of desserts. Yeah, so that's a huge another association for me around food. And we can also look at the basic needs that are underlying cravings. So the need to feel love, be one of them. The need to feel comforted, because when we were young, a lot of the time we didn't get comforted, or we got given sweets when the parent wanted us to be quiet. That might be another reason, which isn't a good reason to give a child a sweet, to be quite honest, when you think about it. And then importantly, we're going to choose different foods that are healthy, that are alternatives. Like, for instance, if you really want something crunchy to eat, well, of course, carrots are great for that, you know, because they have a great crunch to them. So I just thought I would do a video just covering the details that we're going to do. Um, Let me just see, there's one thing. And also I'm going to talk about, I have a really good book actually. It talks about the reasons why we crave, and the chemicals that cause the craving. So I'm going to bring that in probably in the second session. So it's a 5 night challenge, but you don't have to be there for all of them. I know a lot of people won't be able to be there for every night, but the more that you can attend, the better the results that you will get. And at the end of the 5 days, I will then give people the tapping points. But I think by the time you've done the 5 days, or even a couple of, it's quite easy to remember the tapping points. But of course, the deeper stuff that you're not going to remember that. That's coming from me. Yeah, so it's not a training as such. It's just processing and releasing those cravings. And I know for myself, I've used obviously EFT in the past for cravings. And it's really interesting. I did it for chocolate biscuits, and it was really quick. I was really quick releasing that craving. It was crazy. I guess I couldn't believe how quick it worked. Yeah, so I'm really excited to share this process with you. And EFT is a great technique. It's not a therapy as such; it's a technique, because the energy system is really, it's deeply who we are. Is everything is really energy. Yeah, so I look forward, if you're going to attend, I look forward to seeing you there. And if you see this video later on, my intention is to do these quite regularly, because I think it's really important. And I know with my clients who are doing the gut healing program, one of the things that they find really hard is to release, or to change their diet. And this is one of the easiest ways to do it. So I hope you like this video, and please share, because then more people get to know what's going on. And also when we talk about the pricing of it, it's really affordable. It's You can bring in this one in March, April 2025. You can invite a friend for free, and it's very reasonably priced anyway. So yeah, please share. Thank you.